Hey, what's going on, everybody? Matt from Casually Crafted 3D again. Today, we're looking at another member of the Iron Factory's Breast Force team. This is EX-65 Spear of Marbas, or their Leozack. This is the leader of the team. So obviously, it's a same box art as we always get, but obviously there we have 2024. Same deal as all the other ones with the shadow box on the side, and here we have a good look at product shots. Obviously, he's going to be the main component for the torso for his chest. So yeah, but not much else to talk about the box. Obviously, he's going to come with instructions that have, purple for Decepticon. They're your CAD images, decent enough instructions. But he's going to come with various accessories. Let's start with the combiner parts. So, again, 4 times now we get the same piece. This flexible staff part, which I'm really wondering what the heck this is going to be. It's going to be like a really long weapon, because obviously we have 4 of these at this point, and there's 6 members, so what the heck is this even going to be? But we have that. We got that. We also have a couple of new pieces here. We have these 2 parts, which I'm assuming is for like the combined mode sword or staff or spear or something. So I'm not really sure what these are for yet, so those just get set aside. We also get 2 of these big like geared part. It's like a blade. When you turn it, it opens up like a star, because it's like a geared thing. But we get 2 of these, so I don't know what the hell these are going to be, but they've got posts all over the place for a bunch of stuff to attach. So these are going to be some crazy anime looking weapon, probably. So we have 2 of these. We're also going to get the entire combined mode chest, which is just kind of a shell that goes around him when he's in his combined form. So that's pretty cool. I really like the paint on the front. It looks pretty good. And we're going to get his head, so might as well take a look at it now. The head looks awesome. Very, very cool. I am a sucker for when they put like black outline around eyes. I really like the way that it looks. Very sleek. But yeah, there's the combined mode head. And as far as the parts just for Leozack, we're of course going to get one of the posts again, and we're going to get the 2 spear parts for either end. But because he is the leader, he also gets special spear parts. So he gets these fancier looking spear part. As opposed to these. But so you get both options. So he does get a fancy spear. So he's also going to get all of the exact same hands as Jaguar came with. He's got his salute hands or karate chops. He's got his expressive hands and his holding hands. He doesn't come with the fan hands though, which is whatever. I didn't really care about those anyways. But he comes with all of the different hand options. He's also going to obviously come with his Breastmaster companion, and then we have the better screen accurate looking fake one. It's just kind of hollow that goes on his chest, and then we have the different version of his gun in the gun mode. And here he is. Here is Leozack in his fighter jet mode. From the top, it looked great. I think it looks pretty good from the top. But obviously, just like any of Iron Factory's other jets, they really struggle to make these things look like actual planes. It's definitely just a robot slapped on the underside of some wings. But, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I know that it's kind of hard to make a jet look like a jet, apparently, for Transformers. But here he is. He's got some landing gear. Obviously, I really wish that they had made these back landing gear black. it's really off-putting that they're the same color as, you know, the other blue, but it's kind of weird. I also noticed that I have a color mismatch on mine. I don't know what happened with mine in particular, but look at this. The one shoulder is different color than the other one. This is very clearly like way green compared to this. Like you can definitely tell it when you turn it to the side. I don't know what happened with mine, but I don't know if this is on that for anyone else's, but it's kind of weird. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as the detail and the paint, I mean, from the top, it looks really good. Not really that much to talk about with this guy with the actual jet mode because it doesn't really do much. But you can, of course, fold up the landing gear and have him flying, I suppose. But yeah. But let's get him transformed. So to do so, we're going to take these fins and just press them down against the legs. These fins here, we're actually going to lift up, open that up. We're going to put the toes down and kind of angle the feet out of the way so that we can open those more. And then the arms here are going to come off of these posts into the arms, or into the legs. Sorry, you're going to detach them from here. And then kind of like how the or how the Seeker mold does, it has this double hinge right here that allows you to lift the shoulder up and put it in place up here. Just kind of relocating that joint up there into the torso. And then the arms here, you will use that dual hinge to just extend them till they look right, and then open out the hands and rotate the arm in the right orientation. Like so, like so, like so. The wings here, just kind of angle them up onto his back like so. And then this nose cone here will detach from these two pegs and just kind of move out of the way for now. The legs will, they're actually attached by this little post here, kind of like how the Iron Factory, or I keep saying Iron Factory, how the Seeker mold works. So just detach it from there, and that will allow you to extend the legs out on this little slider. And then at this point, you will take this part of the engine and just push them in like this, and then just push them into the legs like this, and then just kind of put the fins in whatever orientation you want them in. Put the feet back, and then we'll separate the legs. So getting everything out of the way, what we're going to do is rotate the nose cone around and then just kind of bring it down. Just kind of keep it out of the way for now because this entire back section here needs to come undone. Angle the ab crunch forward so that we can get this enough out of the way to get his big old noggin out of here because he's got these flares on his head. Just push this out and it will lift up, rotate his head around, and then this whole section here will peg into these two little holes here, right like that, and then this jet nose cone just kind of sits on the back. And then we'll just kind of clean him up, and there he is. There is Leozack. I think it looks pretty good. He's got a really thin waist, though. His waist is kind of funky looking. Feel like it should be a little bit wider, but it's not that big of a deal. What is a big deal to me is why is that color mismatched? Oh, my eyes are drawn to it every time. It just looks so wrong to me. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but it just bothers me. But he does still have the same issue as Jaguar did. How he's got that hole that you can kind of see through. It's not too bad because it's actually enclosed back there, but you can see into it. Now his head, though, his head does have a really nice sculpt to it. He's got that kind of shit-eating grin, because he's always kind of like that Starscreamish character of Victory. But yeah, it looks really good. Nice head sculpt. But yeah, he cleans up pretty nice. He looks the part, looks like his character. He does kind of just have the front of the jet hanging off of his back, but he kind of already had that anyways for his design. But I think he looks pretty good. Now, for his accessories, I'm not going to actually do it, but he can hold any of his weapons. If you just swap out his hands, these are the fists. They're on ball joints, so you can just swap them out. For his breastmaster, his lion companion here does have that peg, and it can plug right into his chest, and it looks stupid. It doesn't look good, to be honest. Not even from the front, it doesn't really look good. It kind of blocks his face a little bit. But hey, it's a thing that you can do. I will not be doing it. But his fake chest part looks great. I think that looks really good. So that I will be using. To turn this into the gun, you just need to, if you can grab it, pull this little barrel part out, and then that is supposed to be a gun. But, of course, we have a better version of that too. So I would use this instead. And, of course, it can transform into the lion breast. So just lift up the head here. We will bring the back legs down on these ball joints like that. And then we will collapse that handle and then bring his front legs down. And there he is. There his little lion companion. It's pretty good. Very small. But yeah. So let's talk about his articulation. For his head, you do have this little joint here that you can rock him back and forth a little bit to get his head up all the way, but it doesn't really matter that much because it's on a ball joint, so you can get all kinds of crazy good expression with his head. The shoulders are on a joint up here, so you can still assess that in his torso, and then he has ball jointed shoulders, so you can actually get his shoulders pretty high, which I think is pretty good. The ball joint shoulders are very limited, though, just because of obviously the wings. You can't really get them around the wings, so they can only move so far. Mushroom peg on the bicep, 360 degrees. Dual jointed elbows, so you can get the whole 180. Ball jointed wrists, so ball joints do what ball joints do. For the waist here, his abs, he does have an ab crunch, which is good. He has waist rotation, but you can't really use it. You can lift it up on the ab crunch and rotate it, but it's not really accessible just because of the back kibble. He does have side skirts that do move. His front skirts move as well. His legs are on ball joints, so you can get them pretty far forwards. Barely anything back, unfortunately, because of the big plate. But if you want to cheat, you can lift that on the abs, and then you can get them back farther. And obviously, they go out way far because the side skirts get out of the way. Swivel here at the thigh for 360-degree rotation. The leg is double jointed, so you can get pretty good motion. Plenty, I think. It's a little squeaky. We do have a ball joint here at the foot that he can move, and there's also a little hinge up here, so he can get his foot way up. You also have another hinge here at the toe, so you can get it moving a little bit up and down. And then obviously you got the ankle rocker because of the ball joint. So I think that's plenty of articulation, but obviously you're a little limited by his big old winged backpack. But I think that it's good enough. All right, so size comparison wise, just like the other ones, here he is next to a Seeker mold or Starscream. Here he is with Soundwave, with Tarn, and with Megatron. Some more Iron Factory stuff. I don't know what I just dropped, but there's some Iron Factory stuff. And of course, we'll put him with his buddies. Here is Drillhorn, Kill Bison, and Jaguar. get them all centered up. And then their different breast masters as well, to show what they all look like together as a team. All right, so final thoughts on EX-65 Spear of Marbas, or Iron Factory's Leozack. I really like them. Obviously, I say that about all of Iron Factory stuff. I really like it, except for maybe their Iron Samurai stuff. I don't really care for that stuff. But this guy is really good. He does really suffer from backpack syndrome. It's kind of, well, it's not kind of, it just is. It's really restrictive. It doesn't allow him to move his arms a lot. It gets in the way of his legs. It just kind of, it gets in the way of a lot of stuff. Plus, it's kind of unsightly just having that big nose cone on the back of his of his backpack. But that's really about it. I really want to know if anybody else had problems with the color mismatching on the shoulders, because man, that bothers me so much. It triggers something in my brain that makes me go no. But I don't care enough about it to get a replacement part, so obviously it doesn't bother me that much. But I'm curious to know if anybody else had the same problem as me, because it's really weird. But yeah, obviously, this is the fourth member of our six-man team, and obviously they announced that they're making Death Cobra as well, which is the seventh member, so that would be really cool. So there are at least 3 more members on the way. 2 more members before we can actually make Lyle Kaiser proper. I would consider Death Cobra to be an accessory. But really shaping up to be a good team. It already kind of is a good team. Each one of these figures has been really good standalone figures. So I'm excited to hopefully finish off this set probably this year, I would assume. I would hope. But yeah, solid recommend for me. If you made it this far in the video, I, of course, appreciate you as always. If you could please like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to follow me or check me out on any of my socials, I have a link tree in the description that will show you where you can find me. Yeah, just keep an eye out for any other videos that I'm putting out. But thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.